Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kit's Kitchen Show. I am making my favorite dessert ever today, and it can't be simpler. I got this recipe from my mother-in-law years ago, and I have changed it many times, so I feel like this is now like my own recipe, but I'll tell you more about it later. So basically, it's a crisp, fruit crisp. The fruit can be anything. I have used anything from apples to blueberries to raspberries to rhubarb to a mixture of things. I think I've even put bananas in there, pineapple. But today I am using apricots and blueberries just because that's what I have. And it's like really good season right now for stone fruits like nectarines and peaches and apricots. So this is like the perfect thing to do. So we're gonna do the fruit part first, and then we'll do the crisp part. I'm simply going to half the apricots like this and just put it on the bottom. The fruit part, I don't do anything with. It's just fruit, which again, can't be simpler, right? So you can, again, use any fruit, any of your favorite fruit. I promise you this works with everything. So my mother-in-law got this recipe, a blueberry crisp recipe specifically, from a friend who said, this is a secret recipe, do not tell anybody. And she very proudly says that she's shared it with hundreds of people. She's 86, so I'm pretty sure it's like hundreds of people. So this one's a little hard to come off. So I made it the way that she made it for a long time, and then knowing me, right, started to make my own, make it creative, and sometimes I don't have the stuff, sometimes I have different things, so it just sort of evolved to the way it is today. So that was probably about a cup of, what do you think, apricots, and about 1 or 2 cups of frozen blueberries, but you can use regular fresh blueberries as well. The key is to cover the bottom of whatever dish you have, okay? So we're gonna put this aside, and then we're going to make the crisp part, which is really, honestly, the best thing since sliced bread, maybe better than sliced bread. Half a cup of flour, of any flour. This is coconut flour because that's all I have right now. So half a cup of flour, half a cup of rolled oats, and I like the old-fashioned rolled oats, not the quick cooking one. 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, a dash of salt, a tablespoon or so of ground cinnamon, so yummy, and then a half a cup of butter. So I'm going to mix this. I'm just going to use the same thing, right? That's what we have right now. So mix the dry ingredients, and then this part is either fun or not fun. And sometimes I actually put this in the food processor because it just does the job for me quite well. But today I'm actually going to do it the old-fashioned way and use my fingertips. So half a cup of butter into here, and this is when you get to be one with your food. So why is crisp my favorite dessert? Actually, I have many desserts. I love all desserts. I really like things that are sweet. I'll bet you do too. And so the crisp has a story, and it was at, Mom, if you're watching this, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a French pastry shop that you used to take us to, and they would have apple crisp, remember? And with the crisp was this like delicious vanilla sauce be like almost like a pudding that they drizzled on top, and it was hot, and everything was hot. The crisp was hot, the sauce was hot, and I just remember eating it and then thinking that it was like the best thing ever. So I don't know how like memories stay that way, but then I came to the US. So this all happened in Thailand, where we actually do not eat crisps. No, this was a restaurant that was a Western restaurant. So when my mother-in-law made these blueberry crisps, it just jogged the memory. And you know how memories and food, right? Just very comforted and delicious. And the thing about desserts is we should have dessert. I mean, it's one of the most enjoyable things in life, I think. The trick is to really listen to your body when it's had enough, right? Often we'll eat more than what the body wants because the mind still wants it, right? Especially when it is connected with good memories, it just wants more. It just thinks that more means better, when really the body may have only wanted half of what you ate, and it was actually perfectly happy. So that's when mind-body comes together, and there's magic there because you get to eat what you want, totally enjoy it, and then you don't feel bad afterwards. Because when you eat something more than the body actually wants, that's when it feels terrible. You feel guilty, the body doesn't feel good. So I allow myself to eat all the desserts just to the point of where the body is happy. Yeah, that's the trick. Okay, so look at, it's so fun to talk while I'm doing this because otherwise I find it quite boring to just be mixing the butter into the flour mixture. But look at that. We've got it, and it's beautiful, and we're gonna top it. We're gonna top the fruit with the crisp. Sometimes it's called crumble. I don't know what the difference is, you all. Crisp, crumble, buckle, pandowdy. Are they all the same or are they all different? Probably different places, different regions, call it different things. But this is it. We put this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes, or until all the fruits is all like cooked and bubbly and the top is nice and brown and the house is going to smell like heaven. So yeah, that's it. Fruit crisp. It's gonna be one of the best recipes that you will ever make, and then you'll tell people that it's a secret recipe, right? And then they will just share. Happiness is better shared, everybody. All right, so I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done.